Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of A Gardener's Journey Homestead. This is Barbara, or why am I talking about myself in the third person? I'm Barbara, and today's going to be a different kind of video. I really struggled to turn the camera on because, I don't have, well, I guess I have a good message, but I'm not my usual self just bebopping around the garden. And you know what? It's been heavy on my heart to just turn the camera on and just talk. So that's what I'm going to kind of do today. This week has been, the best way I can say how I feel is just completely overwhelmed and inadequate, right? And so I just haven't been in the best headspace today when it comes to the garden, because everywhere I look around me, my counters are filled with produce. I go out to the garden, there's more to harvest, there's more to weed, there's more to do, there's more and more and more. And it's more than I have the time to allot for it. And so I found myself just kind of like in a funk, right? And part of this journey is to be authentic and to be real and to be transparent. And so I don't want to hide that, because every day is not a great day in the garden, right? And so today, just real briefly, I just want to share with you how I feel, in hopes that it will first validate if you're feeling the same way, but also to just kind of encourage you, right? That it's okay when you have a bad day. It's okay when you don't feel like going out to your garden to pick something, right? So I'm in the greenhouse. I came down here to water because I need to water. And I've pruned and clipped my tomatoes, and that's about all I've done, right? And that's all I'm gonna do today. Like I said, I just walked the outside garden and there's stuff to be harvested, there's stuff to be picked, but the thought of me putting something else in my basket to bring into my house that has to be done with, when I already have a buttload of stuff to preserve or to put up, today I can't do it, right? And I'm not complaining. I just want to be very real and transparent that every day in the garden is not a great day. And today is just one of those days where I feel the pressure, right? And I have gotten some things done this week. But it was so funny. I was driving to the store today and just, trying to clear my head, trying to kind of give myself a pep talk, because sometimes you have to kind of encourage yourself, right? And so as I was just kind of contemplating, like, man, I'll be so glad when it's the fall, right? Because it'll be less pest pressure. It'll be less in terms of the summer. I'll have a bit of a break. How true that is, I don't know. But in my mind, fall is going to be easier. So I can't wait to fall, right? And it's so funny because the Holy Spirit, literally, I feel like the Holy Spirit was talking to me and said, remember when it was March and you couldn't wait for the summer. And my mind started to reflect back how when I was starting my seeds in February and March and April, you guys probably heard me on my videos, like, I can't wait to summer. I can't wait to get my outside garden going. I can't wait to be picking every day. And Lord, send the harvest, right? Well, the Lord has sent the harvest, right? And so just that thought just reminded me that this is a season, right? We're in the summer. We're in the deep part of the throes of harvest summer season. But it is just that. It is a season. In just a few months, the temperatures will go down, right? It will start getting dark earlier, right? I'll have different stuff in the garden, and it may or may not be less pressure, right? I may or may not plant less, right? But this right here that I'm in right now is a season. It's not going to last always. And so in that moment, I just started to think differently, right? I am extremely grateful for my harvest. I'm extremely grateful for the space that God has entrusted me with, right? And today I'm going to give myself grace to be in both places, right? To be in gratitude and to give myself grace to say, you know what, today you don't have to harvest. It's going to be okay, right? It's going to be okay. And I think sometimes we feel like we only can sit in one emotion, right? And I was kind of beating myself up like, okay, you're ungrateful, get out there and get it, like just kind of trying to pep myself up. And I would say 9 times out of 10, that does work. There's times I come out here and I don't physically feel like it, but I do it anyway because I enjoy it, right? But today is one of those days where I'm like, I'm not doing nothing else. I'm going to water this garden because it needs to be watered in the hot tunnel. And I'm going back in the house and I'm going to start preserving some more stuff. That's going to be the focus for today. I'm not picking anything else today. And I'm going to tell my husband, don't pick anything, because don't bring anything else in the house until tomorrow, because I need to just feel like I am making progress and clearing a part of my kitchen, a part of my counter, right? And so if you felt that way, I just want to encourage you that, again, every day in the garden is not a great day. Every day you don't feel like going out there to get it. And it doesn't mean that you're not grateful. You're just in that place for that day. And it's okay to sit in both emotions. So today I have gratitude and I have grace, right? I am grateful. But today I'm giving myself grace to say, you know what? Do what you can and water. Don't feel like you have to pick something. It's still going to be there in the morning, right? I mean, the goal is never to lose anything, right? The goal is to always get it before the insects, but that doesn't always happen. And so today I'm going to give myself grace on picking anything else, on filling up my basket with anything else, and I can sit in both, right? Now, I'm not going to stay this way. I'm not going to be days on end, by God's grace, down or in a funk or just feeling overwhelmed. I'm going to do what I can when I can. And I've talked about that a lot. And so when I talk about it, it's real life. And today I'm going to eat my own words and take my own medicine, right? And say it's okay. And then look at what I have accomplished, right? So this week alone, I have made salsa. I've made pickle relish, right? I have, what else have I done? I harvested a lot of stuff on Sunday and Monday, like a ton of stuff, which is why my counters are overflowing. Right now I'm in the process of coring and peeling tomatoes, like taking the skins off so that I can start processing them for tomato sauce. So I have some stuff in motion. And I just feel like if I can just get through this tomato big harvest, I want to go ahead and make a batch of tomato sauce and get that going, and then give myself permission that the next round of tomatoes I may put in the freezer. And if you did know that you can put your tomatoes in the freezer, you can certainly put them in the freezer, right? If you don't have time to deal with it now, put them in a Ziploc bag, put them in the freezer. You can deal with them in the fall when you have more time, right? So, yeah, that's all I wanted to share. I want to share that every day in the garden is not a great day. Every day you're not going to have the same level of energy, the same level of availability, the same level of a time window, right? This is my first time out here today. I'm going to spend 30 or 45 minutes. I'm going to water. I've already pruned and clipped my tomatoes in the hot tunnel. So that is something that I've done, right? I've walked the garden. I've inspected. I see what I have, right? And I'm going to water and I'm going to go back in the house. And today that's going to be good enough, right? And so I want to encourage you that if every time you turn on YouTube, you see these perfect gardens and you see what you think is a perfect life, and man, she always has energy. She's always going to go get it. And she has the best time management. And how does she do it all? I want to remind you that every day in the garden is not a great day. I want to remind you that some days you're not going to feel like it. And that is okay. Be encouraged. If you only have 30 minutes today to go and pick something, do that. If you only have 30 minutes today to put something in the freezer and put it away, do that. Tomorrow you may have an hour. On the weekend you may have 2 hours, right? Work with what you have and don't beat yourself up about it, but be encouraged, okay? So that's all I wanted to share. I just wanted to pop on and encourage you as I encourage myself. Gardening is such a journey. But in whatever we do, let's grow together. I'll see you next time.